Welcome to our channel. Doctors Karen and Matilda here, and we have a spin-off clip in a What I Wish I Knew Before I Did My Studies series, and we'll continue talking about pastoral care. This clip is going to be a little different because we are doing some demonstration of what pastoral care looks like in some photo form, thanks to the AI that allowed us to do this. Pastoral care. Some of the ways it looks like you have arrival and orientation. Uh, when you arrive at some universities, they have a welcoming committee at the airport, especially for the first semester term of the year. Uh, they will have an orientation and introduction to the services at the university that you can benefit from. They normally walk you through the university to show the different services and introduce you to the librarian and so on. Uh, and the times the library come in open and different things. These I found are in the developed world mostly. And they also will have an online site that somebody will go through with you, showing you all the other programs such as counseling and where the cafeteria is and everything like that. They will show you. Uh, yeah, so you get to meet your counselor. Some uh, universities have clubs. I'm gonna say clubs, not party, but clubs for different religions. I remember in Canada they had a Hindu club, Muslim one, and different Christian denomination. They also had awareness given to us by the Student Success Center, where they spoke to us about different spam and behavior, unsavory behavior of some people on campus, how to protect yourself. For example, in Canada, they had a buddy system that they talk about, and they had pamphlets around the campus. So if you have a late class, you can request two persons to walk into the subway in order to be safe. Because at nights, the campus is literally uh, very quiet and dark. But I know about now, but then. Then they had support groups that students themselves could form, and that would be part of the Student Success Center. And if they like it, they adopt it into their program. And every year they'd have different students until you graduated. Like I was in part of the leadership group, and I was part of that until I graduated. Then they have practical ones, uh, services such as bursary, small bursaries between 2 and 500 uh, Canadian dollars. Uh, you can get that to help you through a difficult week or so on. And then take long to get those approved. You get approved in a couple of hours, especially going early in the morning. Uh, and then when you enter campus, especially if you're of a different ethnicity and you're in countries like the Scandinavian countries, where rarely do you see someone looking like you, you can feel for the first couple of weeks, feel you're out of place. And and alone because everybody knows everybody else and nobody knows you. But I found what worked for me, my first group project or uh, partner project, I would get to know a few people. But of course, you only know them for that short time and you connect because they have their own cliques and friendships and so on, and they're from the country. So they went to school with these people or from kindergarten and so on. And I'm just passing through. So the deep friendship is hard to get develop deep friendships. So it's good to know it beforehand. But now it's a little easier with social media. You can connect so much with your peers back home and your friends and family on a daily basis. So it shouldn't be as rough as in my time. I remember feeling so lonely the first time I traveled out. For the first 6 weeks, I battled it, and afterward, I break into being alone. Uh, then as you get to meet people, you get to interact well with people. You eventually don't have to struggle with lonely feelings. And you know where the services are. You can talk to your counselor, your supervisor, people in your class, fellow international students, and so on. And attend the events. If they have outreach events, conferences on campus, and so on, those are other ways you meet people. So, how to identify pastoral care? Well, in general, the university has pamphlets and websites and so on that shares with you what they have. But if you don't know what to look for, you can run into a little bit of issues. So check to see if they have student services. In general, the library would know, and your department secretary would know these things and have the relevant information. If you're doing a graduate program, such as a master's or a doctorate, they'll have a graduate office with the information there for you as well. If there's a writing center, the library would know, and we also have a list of tutors. And of course, the bursaries and scholarships, you get that from the finance department. Some universities have an assigned mental health workshop. They might have one every quarter, one or two every quarter. Um, they might have on campus, on demand counseling. We can book a half hour, 20 minutes and talk to a counselor, either in person or using uh, an, a social media or online means of communication. Some universities have mentorship programs uh, where you can ask a supervisor to mentor you, not necessarily your thesis supervisor, but another supervisor mentor you. And for those with disabilities, they have disability supports, such as uh, adaptation for exams, uh, writing accommodation, just scribes, and so on. Uh, in general, your supervisor should have a list of services, and if they don't have the list, your library and your department secretary should have this. Uh, Student housing is always a difficult one because you're not living in the people's country. You don't have the track record there in financing, and you don't have anybody to guarantee you. So, both on and off campus housing could be problematic. But the universities try to have a list so you can contact people uh, on the off campus sites, and on campus you can visit the dorm. So I hope you find this all helpful. And this again is based on our experiences. We are rooting for you. And remember to drop your comments below. If not, you can email us. And in our next week's clip, we'll be answering a few more questions. So remember to include yours in the comment section or send via email to us. We link our playlist with our previous clips below. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And from the desk of Doctors Karen and Matilda, remember to make it a great week. See you next clip. Bye.